Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Peace be upon you and Allah mercy and blessing. Peace be upon us all. We always give thanks for the presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala so that today we can still make presentation in good heart. We also don't forget to send greetings prior to our King Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as a role model on earth. Let me introduce myself. My name is M. Asun B. White name A0221 307 Mathematics Education Study Program. Here I will discuss the meaning of planes in their dimensional speech and the general equation of planes in their dimensional speech. Let's just go straight to the first point. Number 1. Understanding planes in three-dimensional speech. Understanding planes in three-dimensional speech. First, in three-dimensional speech are arrays or flat planes or a flat surface. A plane is thought of as a dense and infinite set of points in a round but has no thickness. Number 2. The equation of a plane in their dimensional space is determined by a normal vector and a noun point on the plane. A vector is a physical quantity whose magnitude also has direction. Normal vector means a line that is perpendicular to a plane by referring to an origin. A position vector basically indicates the location or position or in the 3D Cartesian system of a point. Cartesian equation of planes in three-dimensional space and vector are explained in this article. File equation in their dimensional space. Generally, files can be defined as for different methods they. Number 1, two lines intersect. Number 2, lines and dots are not on lines. Number 3, their dots are not aligned or 3 dots are not parallel. Number 4, two lines are parallel and do not coincide. Number 5, normal and point vector. The general equation of a plane in their dimensional space can be written as ax plus by plus gz plus d together with 0, where a, b, and c are coefficients that cannot be 0 together, and x, y, z are coordinates point on that plane. Okay, thanks.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Arifah with student identification number H0221004. Here I am, the second speaker who will present the third and the fourth material, namely the normal vector of the file in three-dimensional space and orthogonal projection of the file three-dimensional space. Directly at the third material. The first is definition 1. If n is a non-zero vector, P0 is a point in three-dimensional space, then the set of all points P where P0 is to Pn and is orthogonal is defined as the plane facing through P0 to N as a normal vector. Next, theorem 2. If P0 consisting of x0, y0, and z0 points on the plane and the normal vector n consisting of a, b, c, then the equation of the file a in parentheses x minus x0 plus b in parentheses y minus y0 plus c in parentheses z minus z0 together with 0. Next, theorem 3. If a, b, c is constant which are not all 0 or from equation ax plus by plus c plus c z plus d together with 0 is a plane and abc is the normal vector of the plane. Definition: the two planes are said to parallel if and only if the normal vector to each plane are parallel to each. Suppose there are two files with the following equation: a1x plus b1y plus c1z plus d1 equal to 0, and a2x plus b2y plus c2z plus 2 equal to 0 with normal equation vector equal to vector n1 equal to a1 b1 c1 and n2 equal to a2 b2 and c2. Then the two planes are parallel if and only if n1 equal to key n2 with consistent with n1 equal to n2 with consistent. The next is definition 5. Two planes are said to be perpendicular if and only if the normal vector of each plane are orthogonal. Suppose there are two files with the following equation: a1x plus by1y plus c1z plus d1 equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2z plus d2 equal to 0 with normal vector n1 equal to a1 b1 c1 and n2 equal to a2 b2 and c2. Then the two planes are perpendicular if and only if n1 dot n2 equal to 0. The form material orthogonal projection of a plane in three-dimensional space is the projection of a perpendicular image of a point linear line or plane on another line or plane. Orthogonal projection of a plane in three-dimensional space can be done use three projection plane that interact each to other perpendicular to each other. To perform an orthogonal projection of an object or point onto a plane three-dimensional space, we can follow the steps. The first is determine the projection path. The second, compute vector from points to planes, and the third, calculate projection. The result of this step is the coordinate of the projection point P on the projection plane. It provides a description of how points or objects interact with the plane in three-dimensional space. Thank you and bye-bye.
Hello everyone, I am Bardakila Umaima, and my study ID, my student ID is H0221301. Today, I'm going to present a discussion on the topic of relative position between point and plane in three-dimensional space and relative position between lines and plane in three-dimensional space. These concepts are fundamental in three-dimensional geometry and have wide-ranging application in various fields, including mathematics, physics, engineering, and more. Let's delve to the subject matter. Relative position between points and planes in three-dimensional space. Three-dimensional space consists of length, width, and height. In context, we will explain how points and planes interact in this space. Relative position point inside a plane. A point can be inside a plane when the coordinates of point satisfy the plane equation. In this case, the point is located on the surface of that plane. For example,
if the plane equation is 2x 3y dikurang 3y tambah 4z dikurang 5 sama dengan 0, then the point 1, 2, 1 is inside in plane because it satisfies the equation ax tambah by tambah cz tambah d sama dengan 0. Relative position point outside a plane. Conversely, if the point's coordinates do not satisfy the plane's equation, then the point is outside the plane. This means the point is not on the surface of that plane. Relative position point on a plane. Point can also be precisely on the surface of a plane, meaning their coordinate exactly satisfy the plane equation. Relative position between line and plane in three-dimensional space. In three-dimensional geometry, lines and planes are two fundamental entities that often interact. The relative position between line and plane is how we describe their relationship in three-dimensional space. The concept has many applications in mathematics, physics, engineering, and various other fields. First, intersection. In terms of relative position, lines and planes can intersect, meaning they meet or have common point in three-dimensional space. This intersection can be represented as a point as a line when the line partially or entirely lies within the plane. Next, parallel lines and planes can also be parallel, meaning the lines does not have any intersection points with the plane. In this case, the line and plane parallel to each other in three-dimensional space. The three perpendicular. The relative position between lines and planes can also involve a perpendicular relationship where the line forms a 19 degrees angle with the plane. This means the line intersects the plane perpendicularly.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself, Suryanti, student ID number 802210008. Here I am the fourth speaker.
Distance between points and planes in their dimensional space. Regarding distance, there are three issues that need to be considered, namely: number 1, determine the distance between a point and a plane. Number 2, determine the distance between two parallel planes. Number 3, determine the distance between point intersecting lines. These three problems are interlinked if the distance between a point and a plane can be determined, then the distance between two parallel planes can be found by calculating the distance from one plane to an arbitrary point on the other's plane, figure 4.5a and 4.5b. Meanwhile, to determine the distance between two intersecting lines, it can be determined by calculating the distance between the two planes that contain each line. The distance of a point B0, x0, y0, c0 to a plane ax plus by plus cz plus d together with 0 is d together with a x0 plus b y0 plus cz0 plus d per root a squared plus by squared plus c squared. Next is the material, the angle between two planes in three-dimensional space. Two intersecting planes produce two intersection angles, namely the angle theta. 0 is less than or equal to theta less than or equal to 90 degrees, and the supplement 180 degrees minus theta, figure 3.4. If N1 and N2 are planes normals, then the angle between N1 and N2 is theta or 180 degrees minus theta, depending on the direction of the plane's normals, figure 3.5. So, the angle between two intersecting planes is determined by the normal of the two planes. If the equations of the planes are known to have similarities, V1 A1x plus B1y plus C1z plus D1 together with 0, and V1 A2x plus B2y plus C2z plus D2 together with 0. So, NV1 together with A1, B1, C1, and NV2 together with A2, B2, C2, so that cos theta A1, A2 plus B1, B2 plus C1, C1, C2 per root A1 square plus B1 square plus C1 square root A2 square plus B2 square plus C2 square. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and Shalom. Thank you for the time you have given me. Let me introduce myself. My name is Putri Sri Ganesari with star number 80221312. Here I will discussion example of three-dimensional space problem. Langsung saja kita masuk pada contoh soal yang pertama, di mana pertanyaannya itu pada kubus ABCDEFGH dengan panjang rusuk 12 cm, titik P adalah tepat di tengah CG. Tentukan jarak titik C ke garis AP. Langsung saja kita masuk dalam pembahasannya. Sisi titik C dan garis AP pada kubus itu dilampirkan sebagai berikut. Bisa kita lihat pada gambarnya. Nah, pada garis ACP itu membentuk segitiga siku-siku, dan nilai AC itu diketahui 12 akar 2 cm, dimana karena panjang rusuknya tadi itu 12 cm, maka panjang dari AC itu 12 akar 2 cm, dan CP itu 1/2 dari garis CG. Maka karena garis CG itu tadi 12 cm, karena panjang rusuknya itu 12 cm, maka CP itu 1/2 dari CG sama dengan 6 cm. Nah, karena AP-nya tidak kita ketahui, maka kita cari nilai AP, sehingga AP sama dengan akar dari AC kuadrat ditambah CP kuadrat sama dengan akar dari 12 akar 2 kuadrat ditambah 6 kuadrat sama dengan akar dari 324 sama dengan 18 cm. Nah, di sini nilai AP itu sama dengan 18 cm. Dilanjutkan menentukan jarak C ke AP. Di sini AP dikali D sama dengan AC dikali CP. Nilai D sama dengan AC dikali CP per AP sama dengan AC itu 12 akar 2 dan CP itu 6, AP-nya itu 18. Maka kita masukkan saja ke dalam rumus, sehingga 12 akar 2 dikali 6 per 18 sama dengan 4 akar 2 cm. Nah, di sini nilai atau jarak titik C ke garis AP adalah 4 akar 2 cm. Selanjutnya kita masuk ke dalam materi kedua, di mana pertanyaannya yaitu pada kubus ABCDEFGH, titik P pada AD dan titik Q pada EH, sehingga AP sama dengan EQ sama dengan 12 cm. Jika panjang rusuk 12 akar 3 cm, maka jarak AK BPQF sama dengan berapa? Nah, kita masuk ke dalam pembahasannya. Bisa kita lihat pada gambar yang tertera, diketahui P itu terletak pada garis AD dan titik Q pada garis EH, dan AP sama dengan EQ sama dengan 12 cm, dan panjang rusuknya itu 12 akar 3 cm. Yang ditanyakan itu jarak A ke BPQF. Pada gambar tersebut tampak bahwa garis ABP itu membentuk segitiga siku-siku, serta AB dan AP-nya itu diketahui, maka kita harus mencari nilai BP. Sehingga untuk mencari nilai BP kita menggunakan rumus dari trigonometri, yaitu BP kuadrat sama dengan BA kuadrat ditambah AP kuadrat, di mana nilai BA kuadrat itu sama dengan 12 akar 3 kuadrat, atau BA kuadrat itu sama dengan 432, dan nilai AP kuadrat itu sama dengan 12 kuadrat atau sama dengan 144, sehingga BP kuadrat itu sama dengan 576, dan nilai BP itu sama dengan 24. BP diperoleh dari akar dari 576. Nah, selanjutnya kita mencari nilai sudutnya. Karena nilai AB dan BP yang diketahui, maka di sini kita mencari nilai cos theta terlebih dahulu, sehingga nilai AB itu sama dengan 12 akar 3 dan nilai BP itu 24, sehingga cos T-nya itu sama dengan 1/2 akar 3. Karena nilai 1/2 akar 3 di dalam adalah cos 30 derajat, maka nilai T itu sama dengan 30 derajat. Selanjutnya kita masukkan atau kita mencari nilai sin T-nya, karena atau sin 30 tadi, karena sin T sama dengan 1/2 atau sin 30 derajat sama dengan 1/2. Kemudian kita cari nilai AR-nya, maka sin T sama dengan AR per AB. Sin T tadi tadi diketahui 1/2 dan AB itu 12 akar 3. Maka kita masukkan saja ke dalam rumus sehingga 1/2 sama dengan AR per 12 akar 3. Maka AR itu sama dengan 6 akar 3 cm. Di sini ada kesalahan dalam penulisan. Maka jarak A ke BPQF yaitu 6 akar 3 cm. Demikian materi dari saya. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.